up, guys? Maury Langshaw here with Routes and Relationships. Today, we get into the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs, the strengths and weaknesses of each team, and who will win the Eastern Conference Finals. And then coming up on the second half of the show, we get into the number one complaint in relationships and how you can avoid it. Right after this.
It's funny to hear a female talk about routes.
In relationship, Leah Mignon.
What's up, sports freak?
Listen, I know sports better than most females.
Love. You know, what do you know about love? What do you possibly think you know about love? You know, I'm sick and tired of men using love like it's some kind of disease you just catch. Love should have brought your ass home last night.
Maury Langshaw with the Renegade Relationship. Let me shatter that myth real quick before you go on. Just because a woman likes sex all the time does not make her a freak.
Welcome to the Routes and Relationships podcast, the sports podcast giving practical relationship advice. I'm one of your hosts, Maury Langshaw.
And I'm your other host, Leah Mignon.
And today we're going to get into the Eastern Conference of the NBA playoffs. And in the second half of the show, we're going to talk about the number one thing that is the most annoying. Is that what it is?
The number one complaint.
The number one complaint in relationships from a man's perspective and a woman's perspective. So stay tuned for that. And how they correlate.
How they correlate.
Okay. Alright, well, NBA Eastern Conference Finals.
Who do you want to start with first?
Let's start with the what I believe is going to be the least competitive, which will be the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat.
You think that's going to be the least?
I think that's going to be least competitive of the four series of playoff games. Yes.
Okay, you think so
Because Miami's some shit.
Okay.
All they have is a big name.
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's all they have.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
And a highly paid Whitehead. Is that his name, Whitehead? He got like a max contract or a very, very lucrative deal for his lackluster play all season. It's like prototypical one of those dudes that got paid and as you know, NBA contract, they're fully guaranteed for the length of the contract. He is pretty and he's set for life and he doesn't have to produce and he's not. So Philadelphia versus Miami. What do you think?
I kind of agree with you. I think Philadelphia is going to be physical. I think Miami is going to be less physical. And I think that Miami may win one at home. After that, it'll be all Philadelphia.
I completely agree. I don't like to agree with anybody. I like to debate on opinionated facts. But I agree on this one. Philadelphia will win this one 4-1. Is 4-1 for you?
4-1 sounds great to me.
Sounds great. Okay, let's go with that. We're going to put that down the books. It's 4-1. Philly, least competitive series of all. Next up. What's the next? I think the rest of them are going to be competitive. So the least of the competitive games, series. I'm going to go Boston, Milwaukee.
Boston, Milwaukee.
Either way, we got to do Toronto, Washington last, if that's what you're thinking. Because I know you have very in-depth knowledge and opinions on the Toronto, Washington series living in the DMV. So let's do that last. We're going to go to the Celtics and the Bucks right now.
Celtics and the Bucks. That's going to be competitive because Boston is hurt. And I think that the Bucks could possibly, I don't know how they'll do it, but because they're hurt, Milwaukee can possibly shock them and put them out in the first round.
That would be devastating for the Celtics fans. I would feel so sorry for Celtics fans if they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. Because Milwaukee's not a good team. They have two really good players, but Jason Kidd's not a good coach. He's not the coach anymore?
No.
Oh, he got maybe 5 big seasons or something? Because I went to a Wizards game this year. And he was there, right? Yeah.
Got fired, yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you, Sports Freak, for letting me know what's going on in sports world. All right.
The one reason why Boston should be upset if they lose.
So, do you know who their coach is?
I forgot his name, and it's quite embarrassing there. I forgot his name.
I gotta look that up. I didn't even know.
I'm too busy trying to figure out how to pronounce in order to figure out who their coach is. So we can just call Joe Prunty.
Joe Prunty. Wow. Joe Prunty.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We should know that. But I didn't even know Jason Kidd was not the coach anymore. Now, I went to a Wizards game where they played the Bucks, and I saw Jason Kidd on the bench.
Yeah.
That was 2017, 2018.
And he probably got fired shortly after that.
Either way, Antetokounmpo, I know I'm pushing his name, right? Antetokounmpo? I think I just said it. Antetokounmpo. Damn it. Shit.
You gotta say it with a D, so it's Adetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say it with an NT, like Antetokounmpo.
Giannis.
Giannis, the freak, the Greek freak. The Greek freak, right. He's a really good player. They have Eric Bledsoe. He's a really good player. And you'd be hard pressed to name a third person on the Milwaukee Bucks. They're not a good team with two really good players. They're the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. That should tell you something right then and there. They will, but on the flip side, Boston is, they just said, hurt.
Boston is hurt.
And without Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving.
And this is the best time to get Boston. If you will get Boston, this is the best time to get Boston. So, Milwaukee, I suggest you do your best.
So, who do you have? Who do you think is going to win this series? Keep in mind Milwaukee's a bad team. Keep on saying that.
I think both teams will win their games at home, and because of that, since Boston has the home advantage, then it's going to be Boston. But it wouldn't shock me if Milwaukee somehow finds a way to win and take those out. Just because Boston is hurt.
All right, so you said both things. What are you financing? What are you going to put your money on?
My money is that each team will win their games at home. And because Boston has more games at home, Boston will win the series.
In 7 games.
In 7 games.
All right. Again, what the hell is going on here? I don't want to agree. I do not want to agree. But, again, Boston and Milwaukee will go 7 games, each team winning on their home court.
Yes.
There will be no fluke stuff. Even if it's a fluke win, if Milwaukee goes back to wins one like game 5 or something in Boston.
They won't be good. No, they'll
game 5 and 5th in Boston, then they'll come back to Milwaukee and Boston will win now. But I think it's gonna be true to form, and each team will win on their home court. And Boston will win. So I agree with you.
Okay.
All right.
I'm the sports freak. Let's go. Who's next?
Next up,
Cleveland, Indiana.
Cleveland, Indiana. Yes.
LeBron and a whole bunch of nobody. Yeah, LeBron and a whole bunch of nobody go home first round. And yes, I said it. LeBron and a bunch of nobodies go home.
You got it.
Yes, so listen. LeBron is going to score like 700 million points in this series. He's going to be the man. He's going to take over. He's going to be Super Bron. But
You're talking about the same unclutched LeBron James that I'm talking about?
well, he's playing with a bunch of nobodies. So compared to you know that meme that he pulls up through the drive-thru and say, "Yeah, let me get
14 new niggas.
14 new niggas."
Yeah.
Right. That's how his team is going to play. They're going to play like 14 new niggas. Okay. So just because of that, nothing against LeBron. LeBron's going to do absolutely what he's supposed to do. But the Larry Nances of the world and the George Hills of the world and all the rest of them, they're going to put up a good fight. But in the end, it's going to advance.
Yes! I get to disagree! Yes! On a talent perspective, I understand. I get where you're going because the best player in the game, LeBron James, but his role players, the other 4, are less talented than Indiana. But it's still LeBron James. LeBron James, I think, will play great for the entire series, and I agree with you. He'll score not 700 million, but maybe like 650 million.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that. You're right on that one. But the referees and LeBron James will win this series in 6 games, and don't let Indiana get down like 3-1. I don't think that tied up, you'll see a lot of BS calls. And it's going to be one of these LeBron James getting calls again. And either way, there's no way LeBron James will lose in the first round.
Well, I'm going to say LeBron James is going to lose in the first round because it's the first time for everything. It is someone called Big the Olin Depot, and I always mess his name up.
The Master Brand,
Yes.
DMV product.
The victory
Yes,
is
sir.
going to ensure that LeBron James loses in the first round.
I don't know. Vic, he's striking me as one of those front runner players. I don't know.
Well, he is playing with against 14 of niggas, and that front runner is better than those 14 front runners, and I'll take him over those 14 people. And there you have it. I think Cleveland is going to get their boot in the first round for the first time in a long time. Cleveland has to go first round. Sorry.
All right, I disagree. I'm going with Cleveland. Cleveland in 6.
Cleveland in 6.
Indiana in
7.
Indiana in 7 games.
Yes, 7.
I can't see anybody on Indiana with that type of mental toughness and experience and clutchness to do that.
Indiana in 7.
Vic is not that guy yet.
Indiana in 7. He's
All right.
going to grow up.
Okay.
He's going to grow up right here.
Okay. When did you say we're going to replay this? Air this? It's going to be after the play.
When the second round starts.
We'll air the first round.
Yes,
We said
the first round. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. And last but not least, your Washington Wizards versus.
Your Washington Wizards.
I'll take it because I'm a big Wizards fan.
Your Washington Wizards against the Toronto. I'm going to call them Blue Jays.
Wizards sports this summer. Baseball this summer.
Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors.
Yes.
God.
Listen.
Do we have enough time in this segment for you to talk about this one?
And let me go ahead and
there she goes.
let me go ahead and put this out there because a lot of people think that I do not like the Wizards, and that's just
You don't?
simply it's not true at all. It's not that I don't like the Wizards. I just think that the Wizards fans have an issue with who their team really is. Like they think they're better. They always have this thing like we're better than what we are. You just say you use the word front runner. That's what the Wizards are. And the problem with the Wizards fans, especially when it comes to Toronto this particular year, all you hear is, oh, we beat Toronto, oh, we swept Toronto, so we don't have to worry about Toronto. It's not that you can't beat Toronto, and it's not that you can't win this series, but I just don't want you to take Toronto lightly. When they come out here and smack your ass, then you will get your ass smacked, and you're going to have to go back and say, oh shit, these boys really playing ball, and you're going to have to readjust. And I'm just telling you now, to avoid the oh shit, you got to readjust, come out there and say they're going to smack my ass and go out there and punch me in the mouth first. But I don't think the Wizards going to do that because, they have DC in them, and that's what DC people do. They think they're better than what other people, and I used to be that way until I moved. But you're not as good as you think you are. Like I always say, the Wizards are as weak as Wale's music. He has 1 or 2 songs out there. Yeah, he has 1 or 2 songs, a couple of little catchy little tunes that you be like, oh, this Wale joint might be alright, but you play the whole CD, pure trash.
Wow.
And that's the Wizards.
That's the.
And
So they have 1 or 2 great games.
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
Inconsistency at best.
Like, how do you follow that? Like, what does they talk about? Because I'm one of those Wizards fans, and I'm a big Wizards fan, that is really objective when I look at the Wizards. Like, we've talked about this 1,000 times. I'm not a Bradley Beal fan.
Yes.
He's the epitome. He's a poster boy for front runner. He's a beta male, not an alpha male, that really thinks he's an alpha male. And there's no worse type of man to be. Where you think you're this, but you're really this. And what I mean by that is, like, you could buck at Bradley Beal and he'll, like, jump down and fall. Like you're about to hit him. And all you did was buck at him. He's that type of front runner. When it's game time, when the game is on the line, and Bradley Beal has the ball in his hands, and he's dribbling the ball into the ground, Wizards fans, I'm telling you, just turn off the TV or head for the stands, because 70% of the time, if he creates his own shot, he's either going to turn it over or he's going to miss it. 70% of the time. Bradley Beal needs to watch Klay Thompson play basketball. Klay Thompson understands his role. He's a catch-and-shoot player, and that's exactly what Bradley Beal is. Come off the screen, spot up, shoot the ball. And 70% of the time, when he does that, he'll make it.
I agree.
So, but because of Scott Brooks not understanding that his players and why they've gone from a potential 3rd seed to the number 8 seed in the freaking playoffs is astounding to me that they don't see that. Bradley Beal is not a create your own shot type of dude.
That wasn't it. They went down to the 8th place because John Wall was hurt.
No, they played pretty well with John Wall. I can understand that, but if you look at it, that's why all the chants were we play better without John Wall, which is we should trade him.
I was being sarcastic.
Thank God.
I was being sarcastic.
Okay. Because I didn't even get that. I usually pick up on your sarcasm, but I'm passionate right now talking about Bradley Beal.
Yes.
John Wall is a create your own shot, and if he got a jumper anywhere from 12 feet to 20 feet, he'd be one of the best point guards, if not players in the league. And because he has 0 jump shot, all he can do is get to the rim. He's a mediocre player at best. And Wizards fans understand this, he has a super max contract. So he's very hard to trade. So you're stuck with John Wall. And Bradley Beal has a max contract. You played Bradley Beal $120 million. So they're not going anywhere.
Well, Bradley Beal is the culture of the Wizards. You just explained the culture of the Wizards, and that's why Toronto's going to come out there and smash and grab their ass.
Yeah, I agree. This Toronto team, even though they have the same players as last year, and even 2 of the same players as when the Wizards swept them and they beat them in regular season, this year, here's where the rubber meets the road. Toronto's the number 1 seed, guys. They're the number 1. They were the number 1 seed for a reason. The Wizards have slipped to the 8th spot. They're the number 8 seed for a reason. So, what do you think is going to happen when they all, like when we look at this in 2 weeks?
I didn't do this for the other games, but I'm going to do this for the Wizards and Toronto because, sorry guys, this is a home team kind of thing. So Toronto will win game 1, game 2, Wizards will win game 3, Toronto will win game 4, and Toronto will win
3-1. Okay.
Yeah, Toronto will win game 5, and I think Toronto will beat the Wizards 4-1. 4-1? 4-1.
I don't think that. I don't think that because I think I agree with 3-1, the potential of 3-1, but I can't see them winning in 5 games. I say 6 because Bradley Beal would turn the ball over in the last 2 minutes 3 times. John Wall would miss the 2 jumpers that they absolutely need to either tie, put them up, and that's going to be a ball game. So 4-2.
4-2. I know one thing: Toronto won't lose at home.
They won't.
They will not lose to the Wizards at home. So even if the Wizards decided that they wanted to win both of their games at home, and they have to come back to Toronto, and you have to come to Toronto twice, Toronto will not lose to the Wizards at home. I will say that.
Okay, so the Wizards will win game 3, and that's it.
Yeah, initially for me, yes, the Wizards will
Or
win
actually
game 3.
4. Okay.
They'll win game 3 because they'll play the game. You know, 2 in Toronto, game 1 and 2.
Right.
They'll come home, busted and disgusted because they just got treated like some whores.
Right.
And so they'll win game 3.
And then Toronto will settle in and show them who they are, win game 4, and then go home and close it out.
Right, because they're not
Yeah. I can't see the Wizards going out like that. I see them winning. I see it being tied.
Mm-hmm.
Home team wins first 2, home team wins second 2, and then when they go back to Toronto, Toronto will punish them by 30, and then come back to DC and punish them by 15.
So you say 6.
Yeah, 6 games.
I say 5, you say 6, but we both say Toronto wins.
Toronto wins.
Toronto wins.
That hurts my heart, guys. I'm sorry.
Toronto goes on to play Indiana. Yes. Because LeBron is going out in the first
Yeah,
round.
I got Toronto coming back to play Cleveland, and that's what the Toronto that you guys know that plays the Wizards will show up. Boston, yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if they could play in the Bucks. So be careful,
All right.
Boston. Be careful.
Matter of fact, just predict those series too. Predict who's going to the finals. So you have Boston and Philly, as I do.
Philly.
Yeah. And you have Cleveland and Toronto.
No, you had Cleveland.
No.
and Toronto.
Yeah,
I
you're right.
had
Indiana and Toronto.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, Toronto, Indiana. Who goes on to the conference finals?
Toronto will be Indiana.
Okay. And Philly and
Philly will be
Boston.
Boston.
So Philly plays Toronto.
Yes.
And who's going to the finals?
Philadelphia 76ers. And Philly, the city of Philly is going to be so ecstatic. They're going to think that they're going to have a championship for every sport. And they're going to we haven't done one.
Okay, yeah, just hold off on that. But Philly's going to the finals.
Philly's going to the finals.
I see that. I see that as well. And again, I don't like to agree with anybody, but Philly will play Cleveland, not Toronto, in my opinion, because LeBron James is flat out far beyond the best player in the league,
He is.
and he's known to carry teams and not just make great plays. Cleveland will beat Toronto and play Philly. Philly will beat Cleveland and go to the finals.
Okay, so you have Philly on a different path.
Yes.
Alrighty then. That's enough for the Eastern Conference.
All right, moving on to.
Relationships.
All right, what about relationships?
The number one complaint in marriages from men and the number one complaint in marriages from women are
You go
they
first.
they correlate according to relationship experts other than yourself.
And I see why they correlate. We don't do. If this is your first time listening to us, we don't do a lot of ratchet stuff where women gotta burn clothes and key cars and they fight, and we give practical advice and we talk about real life things in relationships. So having said that, everybody has ups and downs in relationships, and they get annoyed and just the like in relationships, like we did for our Patreon viewers. You saw hands down what happens behind the scenes in relationships. So if you're not a Patreon member or subscriber to our Patreon page, you won't know what we're talking about, but Patreon users know exactly what we're talking about.
Yes.
So having said that, we're since made up.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta do a kissy sound.
Yes.
Anyway,
Number
complaint
one
from women.
From women is that my husband is distant. That's the
Distant?
number
What do you
one
mean
complaint.
distant?
He's distant.
Unemotional.
He's distant. He won't talk to me.
When he sits 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to say. I don't know what's on his mind. Oh my gosh, he made me cheating on me. He's so distant.
Distance.
He's distant.
So if I sat right next to you on the couch, that would solve it?
No, you're emotionally
Ah.
you're emotionally distant. At least she thinks you is.
That's the number one complaint from women in relationships.
Yes.
Okay. I get that. But why are they distant? Why do you think a man is distant when he can be chilling on the couch watching the game? And, men aren't that talkative.
Well, according to the experts, men are distant because their wives nag.
Okay.
And to avoid her from nagging, they just won't say anything and they'll just shut up. And to her, it seems like he's distant and he doesn't want to talk, and then her mind wanders.
So basically, you're telling me that women are the cause of breakups and divorces because she's made the man distant. Therefore, she feels some type of way, and relationships tends to grow apart. All because of the woman's fault, because she nags. That's what you're telling me.
That's what you got out of that?
Yes, that's what I got. That's what you said. It's not what I got out of it.
And
It's what you
that's the
said.
reason why the women nag. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. She probably sits there and be like, that's the dumbest damn thing that I've heard in my lifetime.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And then you look at the number one complaint that men have in relationships is the constant nagging.
Well, do what you're supposed to do, I guess. Whatever it is that he's supposed to do.
According to who? According to the woman?
Well, maybe she wanted him to do something and he didn't do it.
See, that's.
I don't know.
See,
Maybe
we're-
she
this
didn't
where
take out the trash or cut the grass. I don't know. I don't know what she could nag about. Like me, I'm not that.
Kidding me?
I'm not that much of a nagger unless it's, you know.
Define nagging, because if you're saying you're not much of a nagger, then we have to define what nagging is.
Well, I'm not going to nag you about the way I nag the kids about clean up the room.
Right, but
Clean up
nagging
the room
is.
and pick up your shoes, and if you finish eating, get your plate off the table. To me, that's nagging. But you do that to
See,
kids.
that's not all encompassing. See, that's where women fail. They think nagging is more like complaining about things. That's not nagging.
Well, that's
Part of nagging is a very broad.
okay.
Okay, now I gotta go to teaching mode.
Please do.
Nagging is an umbrella, in which under that umbrella you have complaining, like take out the trash. You didn't take out the trash. Kids are not washing the dishes, and those are little subsets under nagging. One of the components under nagging is shutting the fuck up, where women just they gotta come back. That is all encompassing under nagging, and that's what women fail to realize, that when they just don't shut the fuck up, whether it's, hey, you didn't clean the dishes, you didn't take out the trash, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and what about this, I said this, I didn't say that, you said you were going to go to the store, you're going to do this, and that's all encompassing of nagging. And when you just constantly hear a woman's mouth, that's when men shut down, like, oh my fucking God, shut the fuck up already. She's, quote unquote, nagging.
Right. And he just wants to be away and get this, that,
Right.
and be left alone.
So now we have to look at is it the chicken come before the egg? Or what came first?
I'm gonna tell you what came first. His motherfucking ass didn't do what he was supposed to, and you wouldn't hear her mouth.
See, how's that even fair?
Because
How's that even respectful?
if she woke up in the morning and if she woke up in the morning, you planned out your day, and you said I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and she say, oh, on the way, why you do that? Can you pick up my clothes from the cleaners? And you say, sure, okay. And then you come home with everything under the sun except for her clothes from the cleaners. Number one, she has an attitude, so you're gonna have to deal with that attitude because you told her you was gonna do something. Especially for me, don't tell me you're gonna do something and you're not gonna do it. Whether it's pick up my clothes from the cleaners or give me $1 million, just stick to your word. So when you don't stick to your word, that's where she's gonna come in and she's gonna nag, and that's how she takes it, is you not sticking to your word.
Right, I agree with that.
Right.
However,
Okay. But you answered
a
what
man-
came first.
a man now, I'm stressing the word man, not boy, a man understands that. If you ask me, not tell me, ask me to do something, and I agree to do it,
Yes.
and I don't, you have the right to act out.
Okay.
In this case, nag.
Uh-huh.
And a man, not a boy, a man is going to be understanding of why you are nagging. But it's going to be the end of story. It's not going to linger on where it becomes a problem in the relationship. If the man's like, damn, what's the big deal? I can get your clothes tomorrow. Then we have the budding of a problem.
Well, then most men are like that.
Oh.
Hey, what's the big deal? Damn, what's the big deal? I can get it tomorrow. I mean, is it a dress in here that you're going to wear tomorrow?
And it could be.
You know, I mean, I'm just saying that that's what they say. Damn, it's a dress in here that you can wear tomorrow. You got 100 other dresses in here. Why you can't get that dress? So when you start doing that,
A man is not going to do that.
well, let's hope so.
A man is going to understand that he's accountable as a man. He's going to understand that he didn't live up to his word. He's going to be apologetic about it. He's not going to grovel, but he's going to be apologetic about it. And that's where understanding comes in from both the man and the woman. You can be disappointed that he didn't do something he said he was going to do. He's going to be accountable, apologize for it, because he realizes, he understands, it's a key word in relationship, understands that he failed.
Okay.
He doesn't need to be beat up about it. And that's where women fall short. They beat him up, saying, you said you're going to do this, and now she has an attitude for the rest of the fucking night. Like, there's nothing can be done about it at 8 o'clock because the cleaners are closed. There's nothing can be done about it at 9 o'clock.
Well, the most
There's nothing to be at 10 o'clock.
I need to go buy her a new dress.
And all of a sudden,
How about that?
pause. I'm gonna pause on that one. I'm gonna let that whiff by. Alright. I'm gonna let that whiff by. Is it gone yet? Is it gone yet? So to get my cleaners, you got to go buy me another $150 dress. Right now, the mall doesn't close till 9. That's just an unrealistic expectation in relationship. So if I know, would you agree with this? Most women have a closet full of clothes. Yes or no?
I disagree.
A woman does not have a closet full of clothes.
Not a closet full of wearable clothes, though.
You know, what type of clothes would you have in your closet?
You just have pieces. And then depending on your mood and depending on your day, it doesn't look right or feel right.
I think you used a term earlier that is really apropos here. And I think you said, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
That sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I think that's apropos here.
Well, listen,
Yes.
you are a female, so you have no understanding of what I'm talking about. Everything does not look good on you. Everything.
Then throw this shit away.
No,
Put it out your
because it
closet.
can't look good on you.
You can't have a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear. That's about dumb.
I have a closet full of clothes. I don't feel like putting that stuff on all the time.
Then that's dumb.
You know how you said men like
Deep.
new pussy? Then women like new pussies. And I think having new pussy when you are a married man
Okay.
or an attached man is the dumbest shit that I've ever heard. But you
Right,
won't
but I'm
still
not
go
gonna
out
keep-
and still go out.
I'm not going to keep a bunch of old pussy in my closet, though. That's
No,
the thing.
but you
They're
can
gone.
keep a bunch of old pussy in your phone and you have them on demand whenever you want to have some new pussy.
Okay, I hear a little bit of insecurity creeping out of me.
Insecurity?
Because it's not
What does
contacts
insecurity have
and
to do?
friends on social media, followers on social media of ex-lovers mean absolutely jack shit.
Well, I'm not even
But go
talking
ahead.
about ex-lovers. I'm talking about, the ones that's willing to be the side piece. But again, those pieces of clothes, which are just pieces, just like those little pieces of ass, they can kind of go together.
Real men don't have side pieces.
Yeah, I know.
Real men, they don't. They just don't.
Okay.
Real men, once they say, if they tell you that they're in a committed relationship, they're going to be monogamous with you, then they're going to be monogamous with you. Simple as that. Sometimes they fall short and are apologetic about it. And as I've mentioned on many a podcast when we talk about relationships,
Yes.
when I've interviewed the septuagenarians, that the number one thing they had to overcome was the affair. All of them, 100% of the older couples that I interviewed, they said they had that one issue. Some of them had other issues where others didn't, and there was about 3 or 4 of them where it was some type of finances that caused they had to get through, but it wasn't finance for other people. It may have been, work-related issues for some people, but not work-related issues for other couples. But the 100% of the time, they all listed on their list was the affair. Like every one of them that was married 40, 50, 60 years, they all had to get over the affair.
Okay, got it.
So therefore, this whole new pussy stuff, And in today's age, it's like you graduate and how we get better with technology. I think men graduate and understand more things that are not worth the effort. So at worst case scenario, new pussy is always going to be available. There's going to be a twinge of desire to actually want that. But when men look at the family, the woman, the relationship, and what it means, every man, and I stress the word man here, they do a couple things. Men don't put themselves in position to be tempted with new pussy. So I'm not going to hang out at the club every single Friday because every single Friday could be some woman like, ooh, I did that. That's human nature. So once in a blue moon, will a man go to a club? Sure. But he come right back home. Some men want to spend 2-3 days a week in a church instead of going to happy hour. They don't put themselves in position. That's number one. Second, men weigh the risk and rewards, and I stress the word men. It's just like investing. Do I want to invest in this 25-cent stock, put $10,000 in, and get 250,000 shares of this one stock, and have the risk of losing my money? There's a high probability of you losing your money. High probability. So they weigh the risk versus reward. Is that bitch bad enough where you're going to lose your wife and your family if you want that new pussy? Weigh the risk and reward. Is the reward worth the risk? And 9 times, men, not boys, men, I'm going to say, I fuck that, but I'm not willing to risk my Throw them away. Get rid of them. Discard them. You don't need to keep them. I'm not keeping the pussies in the closet. Right? I don't even want access to the pussies in the closet. So that's the difference. You want to make the comparison. Get rid of your pussy.
Okay. Get rid of the pussies. Get rid of the clothes.
Right.
There to be no nagging.
It won't be. Yeah, you shut it up. Right. Exactly. We'll all be on the same page, and everybody live happily ever after.
You won't be distant, and she won't be nagging, and there we have it.
And everybody's happy.
Everybody's great.
That's the motto to renegade relationships. To
Everybody's
creating one successful relationship, one couple at a time.
right. So men throw away the pussies, women throw away the clothes, and there you have it.
It's that simple. That simple. No side pieces. Limit the positions you put yourself in regarding the desire for new pussy, because that's real. That's never going to go away. We're all humans, and if you're even whether you're homosexual or heterosexual, you want something new if you're the man. And that's just real.
It's
So
so funny that you think that only men want something.
What about me? Don't you think ever crossed my mind to want to know other men? That I wanted to lay up somewhere and forget about my responsibilities? That I wanted someone to make me laugh so I could feel good?
ooh.
It's so funny to hear most men think
We're talking about
that-
sex, though.
Most men think that only men want something and wouldn't need anything, and all I gotta do is just fuck her and go on about my business. And it probably doesn't mean anything afterwards. But it's just funny to me that men actually believe that they're the only thing that want something.
Well, we're generalizing that. We're just generalizing that. You want to break down the numbers, sure. There's a small fraction of men who only want one woman. And they don't have this innate desire to actually, they don't think like I would hit that. At worst case scenario, they may think, she's pretty attractive.
Right.
But the desire to have sex with her doesn't even enter his mind. So I think the same number of men that think that, there's the same number of women who think, fuck that dude, and it means absolutely nothing.
I'm glad you think so.
You think it's a higher number?
It's a higher number of women, more than what you think. It's more than what you think. It's
Okay, from 1 to 2%. Or from 2 to 5%.
Especially
Okay.
the kept women, like the kept women, the women who say, you know what, as long as you take care of home, I don't care. Those women, there's a lot of those women out here. There's a lot of those women out here. So that small percentage that you think, that's in that men who just say that, oh, she's just attractive and I wouldn't necessarily hit her, she's pretty. That percentage that you think of women out there? No.
See,
That's hard.
now I gotta clarify and quantify. See, when you talk about those women out there, and I've said this numerous times within our own podcast right here, that I say men, and I stress the word men, not boys, act a certain way. They believe a certain thing. There's certain women, and now I stress the word women, not girls, that think a certain way. And the people the females that you're talking about, who I fuck that, those are girls. Just like I hammer the men about being boys, there's these grown physical men, but their mentality is about as sharp as a 22-year-old. They're still out in the club at 55 years old, married trying to pick up women. And the same thing I'm saying about those guys, the women that you're talking about, those are little girls too. They have a very juvenile mindset. Very juvenile. They're not women yet.
Not missing a day party, not missing the afternoon party. They just out.
And they're in a relationship. They're in a monogamous committed relationship. That's what gets me. And they do this stuff over and over again. And again, so you want to talk about girls, and I talk about boys, or we talk about men, and we talk about women? You tell me.
Well, if you want to break it down into boys and girls, then sure. But they're out here.
So you saying there's a lot of girls?
There's a lot of girls out here that want something new as well.
Right, just like I said, it's a lot of boys.
Yeah.
But we were talking about men and women.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so men throw away pussies, women throw away clothes.
We're talking about to live happily ever after and to have a successful relationship. Yes. Women stop nagging, shut the fuck up from time to time. And men, keep your word. Do what you're supposed to do. Do what you agreed to do
And
when you're asked.
Stop being so distant. Stop being so distant. That's her complaint. You're distant.
Right. Well, regarding distance, I must say that that's the reaction. wife, happy life. I hate it, but it's true. And the power of the pussy is real.
That's why even more reason why your ass is supposed to do what you're supposed to do. If the power of the pussy is that real,
I'm
you
telling
want the pussy to do what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Again, remember the new pussy is the key. The power of the pussy goes. You have to add in. We're talking about the new pussy.
Yeah, well, the new pussy is not worth it. Remember.
Right. To men.
Right.
To men. And with men, their counterpart, the woman is going to be understanding and know that shutting the fuck up is key to the relationship. You can't be disrespectful. Now at this point, you actually sound disrespectful. If you do what you're supposed to do, then you will be nagged.
Right. If he does what he's supposed to do, she wouldn't be nagging.
Now, and I'm saying, men, if you do what you're asked to do, she won't have to nag. You see the difference? You sound like, motherfucker, you take out the trash now, punk ass bitch. And he doesn't do it. Now you begin the nagging process, and he begins the distance process. Because you're just disrespectful with the whole do what you're supposed to do. He knows he's supposed to take out the trash, go wash the dishes, or cut the grass, whatever. But you're like, motherfucker, cut the grass, goddamn. He's like, fuck you talking to, motherfucker?
Like, bitch, get out the way to the TV.
Bitch, get out the way of the TV, I'm talking about the game. You're right, exactly. Like, you sound real disrespectful. And I've said numerous times, if men do what they're asked to do, and I've said this, we're going to replay this podcast. Men do what you're asked to do, no matter how many questions it is. Can you take out the trash? Can you pick my clothes up and clean? Can you pick the kids up? If they're asked to do something, allow them to answer, and if the answer is in the affirmative, then men have to hold their word. Therefore, the women doesn't have to nag.
Well, there you go. There you have it. That's why you're the relationship expert.
I'm going to write another detailed book and hold counseling sessions and stuff because women need to be women, men need to be men, men don't need to be boys, and women don't need to be girls.
There you have it. Again, that's why he's the relationship expert, and I'm the sports girl, and I just go along with it, whatever he says. Just like the lady who will come into a mirror. Whatever you like.
You gotta go on YouTube, y'all.
That's me.
Whatever you like.
What kind of music do you like?
Whatever kind of music you like.
Whatever you like, that's what you want. Okay.